G'day and welcome to episode 87 of the Guy Who Sews podcast. My name is Sean and this is my weekly podcast where I share my quilting adventures. I'd like to welcome both new and returning viewers to the podcast, but if you are new, I would love it if you take just a few moments to say hi in the comments so we all know we have a new friend. Come see what I've been working on and what I've completed, but let's go ahead and get started with our works in progress. I got quite a bit of work done this week in my sewing room and it makes me super happy. The first item I've been working on is one of the t-shirt quilts that you've seen a couple of times in the past, and I was able to get one more row attached to the bottom, and just thought I'd show you real quick. And I'm really loving this lavender sashing. It was the customer's choice. They wanted me to use the lavender, and I think it turned out really nicely. So we'll see more progress on that fairly soon, and I still have a couple other t-shirt quilts to work on, so you'll be seeing more t-shirt quilts in the very near future. If you need a tutorial for that, I have a series as well. Go check that out. The next thing I worked on was Clue 2 of the Carnival Puzzle Mystery Quilt by Cotton Cuts, and I'm doing it in the Bum Pop colorway, which is a series of red, white, and blue batiks by Hoffman Fabrics, I think. Yes, that's what it is. Okay, so this is the first block. I'll put it up a little closer so you can see the actual different colors in it. I love all these different colors. There's two different reds, two different blues. I think it's one white and it has like little dots behind it. And then this is the other block. I'll pull it out a little bit so you can see the whole thing. There we go. And then I'll do a time lapse for this as well in the next week or two, so you get to see it that way as well. And then the third thing I've been working on is a little surprise, and I've been talking about my state fair quilt, and it has to go up to be dropped off next week, so we're getting to the crunch. But here we go. Here is the quilt I've been working on for the state fair. It's a bunch of different Australian Aboriginal fabrics. It's actually the stuff in the middle is actually the winning fabric from the Battle of the Fabrics we did last year, and I have been quilting up a storm on this. And I just think it's turned out really nicely. Hopefully you can see some of the quilting on it. And so there we go. And so that's what we have going on. I hope you like that quilt. I've been really happy with it. I'm proud of my efforts, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it get judged and hopefully have a pretty ribbon at the end. So that has been my works in progress. So now let's move on to our week in review. And if you haven't been here before, it's just a series of videos, clips that I put together during the week, mostly of me sewing, but also of any adventures we get up to. And now that our exchange student Simon is here, you'll get to see some more fun stuff as well. I hope you enjoy. Last week I asked everybody if they quilted their own quilt, sent it out to the long armor, and I love seeing all the responses. A lot of you send it out to a long armor, some of you have the ability to long armor it yourself or quilt it on your domestic machine, and some of you are kind of like me and just let them pile up and then you finally do something with them once you get a nice big pile. So this week I thought I'd change things up a little bit and let's talk about rotary cutters, well, the blades more specifically. Getting the blades can be pretty expensive sometimes, so I was wondering which blades you use, which ones you enjoy, and just let us know in the comments. And I've actually found one that I think works well for me. It's by a brand called Arteza. It's found on Amazon, and this is just an example of what it is. And the nice thing is they're fairly inexpensive. I think I paid about $9 or $10 for them for a 12-pack, and I found they've lasted forever. So that's my recommendation if anyone wants a cheap but good quality rotary blade, and I'll link to this in the description below as well. But let me know which ones you use, because maybe there's a better product out there. So now let's talk about my goals. And my biggest goal, and really the only goal, and this time's going to be a hard goal, is the finished State Fair quilt. And so I've shown this a little earlier in the episode, but what I've been doing is I've been doing straight lines on the black fabric and then curved lines on the little circle fabrics. And then on the interior sections, I've been doing just whatever suits me. It's all done like a 1/4 inch apart, but this needs to get done, and I'll go drop it off this weekend. So that is my goal for this week. What is your goal for this week? So now it is time for our questions and answers section, and this is where I just pull questions from the comments and any that are sent to me via email. It's a new segment, and I've really enjoyed doing this. The first one is, where do I find the pattern for a project I've been working on? I get asked this question quite a bit, and I don't know that I've made it super clear, but all the projects that I'm currently working on, I always put the links to the patterns in the description of each of my podcast videos. Whether I'm working on it that week or not, it's still there in the list. So definitely check that out. And if you need additional assistance or you can't find it, just reach out to me. Sometimes the links are broken. Those sort of things there as well. The next one is, did I enjoy Becca's space when I went out to visit? Absolutely. I loved it. It was so much fun being able to go in and see how she had set up her section, her space, her studio, see how she does her recording as well. It was just such an inspiration. I really enjoyed my time there. My only thing is I wish I had been able to spend more time, but she's only a few hours up the road, so we'll get to go see her again, hopefully in the very near future. The next one is from Joan, and she asked, will we get to meet Simon? Yes. We did talk to Simon after he got here, and for anyone that doesn't know who Simon is, he was our exchange student that arrived last week from the Czech Republic, and we asked him, would he be comfortable or okay being on camera or in our clips on our podcast, and he said yes, so that was really nice. So you will get to see clips of Simon. You would have seen a little bit of him playing golf earlier in this, and you'll get to see him more in the very near future as well. And then the last question is, when is our next guild meeting? And that will be tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. If you haven't checked out our guild meeting and you're interested, we would love to have you come over and check it out. I'll put the link into Discord, and yeah, just come in. What we do is we just do a lot of show and tell, just chat, nothing formal. And if you just want to come in and listen and not participate, that's cool too. We hope to see you there. So now it is time for mail call, and this one is one I've been waiting for a couple of months now, and it's the quilt kit for the Alice in Wonderland Sew Along by Art East Quilt Company, and this wonderful box came. I did an unboxing video on this earlier this week, so definitely go check it out if you haven't seen it already, if you want to see all the goodies inside. And they also sent me some of this wonderful acorn pressing products. I've never used it before. I'm really excited to try that out. A lot of people have been telling me in the comments on that video I was telling you about that I'm going to love this stuff as well. So I got that and this that was very kind of John and Matt to send on down to me to try out. So that is what I got in the mail this week, and I'm really looking forward to being able to start cutting that and start piecing that first block once the State Fair quilt is done. And now it is time to be able to show you a completed quilt top, and I'm super excited about this one. This is the All Wrapped Up project, and it's a collab that I did with Donna from Handmade by Ying. She finished hers a few weeks ago, and so definitely go over and check out her videos to see it all completed on her side, because she did a little differently to me. But yeah, let's just take a look at my completed quilt top. She said it went together super quick, and she was definitely right about that. This is a super quick and easy project. You've seen the head and the legs and that sort of thing there, I think, on the last couple of episodes. But here we go. It's all done. I mean, you've seen most of this already, just not together. And then hopefully you can see his little tail, or her little tail. It could be a girl dog, who knows. There we go. I just think this turned out so beautifully. And I'll put a photo up here as well, so that way you can kind of see a better view of it. It's hard to show on a video. And yeah, I'd love to hear what you think about this. It's a fun project. I think the pattern was about $10. So, and yeah, it goes together super quick. I think the hardest part's cutting out all the pieces. So I had a lot of fun with this. We have a recipient in mind for this project. As much as I want to keep it, I do need to send some of my quilts out to new homes. So thank you today for joining me on this podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button and leave a comment. I always love hearing from my viewers. So I hope you all have a great day. Happy sewing, and we'll see you on the next video.